a final story, we want to look at the Kidney Association urges the government to consider dialysis support permanently. Now, it's actually some good news that those who are under 16 and above, those who are under 18 and above 60 will be receiving dialysis support from the NHIA. But now people are calling for the in-between age groups, the 19 to 59, to also, well, they're also going to be receiving, twice a week support
and they are going
as
to
well.
be supported 50% of the cost.
Yes. So let me just quickly read this story here, and then we can give our quick bites on them. The Ghana Kidney Association has commended the government's decision to provide free dialysis sessions to kidney patients under the National Health Insurance Scheme, but urged the government to make the support permanent. Now, the NHIA recently announced that patients under 18 and over 60 will receive all 8 dialysis sessions per month for free, effective June 1st to December 2024. Now, the patients between the ages of 19 and 59 years old will receive 2 free dialysis sessions per month. Now, in a statement on Tuesday, the Ghana Kidney Association, while expressing appreciation, called on the government to extend their support to all patients categories and make it a permanent feature of the NHIS. The association also urged the government to pass the draft legislative framework for organ transplant into law, stating that it's the most cost-effective kidney replacement therapy. Meanwhile, the association expresses concerns about the prompt reimbursement for these services, citing previous delays in NHIA payments. And the statement is also here in the story. We can go on and read that as well. Okay, quickly, Sadat, please, your quick bite on this one.
Okay, so let me quickly respond to one thing Ellen
You
said.
run out of your time.
Yes, I know, I understand. I know, but I have to do this.
We don't.
If Ellen is saying that what happens to the interest and the depreciation in the money involved, if that is the case, then interest should have been demanded from the company. That when we bought the ambulances, this is the amount, now the money has depreciated, and then you have to pay some interest on it, and then it ends the case. Jailing is not the solution to, what do you call it? And then nobody is afraid of what is happening, and we know that Atoforsen is going to come out clean without any form of, unless you have cooked another evidence to that.
You have a minute more, please.
The issue of dialysis. I think this story you read would the free for under 18 to after 60
and above 60s, yeah,
will end December 2024.
Yeah.
And I always say this, when it comes to the kidney issue, I hate to politicize it.
You shouldn't.
I hate to politicize it, because sometimes there is this guy in my community that has kidney failure. If you see this guy before and now, it's very sad. And then this guy, some of us would have to contribute and get him foodstuff. He would not even be able to eat, because he eats, the more he eats, the more he has to go for dialysis, and it becomes a problem. And so I would want to also add to my voice that if we can do something about this to make sure we include it on the health insurance, it will be better. Especially when the prices of dialysis goes up, it becomes scary. Initially, it was alcoholics that have the kidney failure. Now it's no longer that. Now we have Muslims, we have kids, we have adults, we have almost everybody. And so every government, our government, I am sure, is going to work towards it and ensure that this kidney patient have, some ease when it comes to dialysis.
Okay.
With regards to that, I don't think I would.
Thank you. Ellen?
I would like to say a big thank you to the National Health Insurance Authority and their board and their CEO, and the same person, for taking this into consideration. I totally agree with the what do you call them, the Kidney Association of Ghana, that we should work towards making it a permanent feature with the NHIS.
Yeah.
But the history of the NHIS have told us that work on. Because last year, now all pediatric cancer cases are on the NHIS. And it was, which is a
heaven
huge
sent.
relief.
Yeah.
I mean, when you have a child who is sick, and especially when it turns into a chronic illness, then you understand the sort of relief this gives to people. So for me, for the next 6 months, let's see how this would roll out. I do not think that they will put it on the health insurance and by 6 months' time take it out. I'm sure in 6 months' time they'll review it and figure out, because let's also remember that this also goes with costs, huge costs. And budget, the government has already read its budget already, so the NHI have to find a way of looking for money for it. So I'm sure in the next budget we are going to put it in it. Then we can then put it in permanently. But thank you so much to the current Minister of Health. You know, he was the CEO of the NHIS. And then the new CEO, Mr. Abuaje. Thank you so much for this. It's a relief. I've had a few friends who are good, and some have passed on, but I still have few who are going through the dialysis matter, and it's not a funny business.
Yeah, thank you.
Whilst we are at it, we should also advocate for healthy living, so that we do not have to go through this.
Absolutely, I agree with you.
Honestly,
100%.
the things we are taking nowadays as young people is heart-wrenching.
Especially the men who are looking for sexual power.
Yes, that's
taking all kinds of concoctions.
When you get a kidney failure,
you see what the men have failed to realize is that it is not the drugs they take that will give them the power. The hardship in the country is their problem. It is not the
no agenda here. I beg you, no agenda here.
It's not the hardship in the country that's their problem.
Let me say a big thank you to my guest this morning. We've had joining us this morning on the News Review segment, Ellen Amadako, who is a communication member of the MPP, and Saadatu Hassan, a member of the communications team of the NDC. We'll take a quick break. There's more to come on Breakfast Daily right here on Channel One TV.